In the dusk of the earth, the breath of the long autumn has yellowed the ground. A hazy wind is wandering, like a bad dream, into sleep in the livid loneliness. The leaves lift up and rest. The leaves turn and revolve. They are flying away once again. But the leaf never rests, and the pale wind turns and breathes out in the paleness. I'm not who I used to be. What I dreamed about died. And even what I am today, tomorrow I will say, if only I could be like I was before, colder. The hazy wind is back.
Getting a bit tired of bushwhacking. There's a lot of holes. Oh, not the sky though. But oh, look at that tree. Might be a shot right here. Let's see.
Fernando Pessoa wrote about the evening of the land, about the breath of a long autumn turning the ground yellow. And I keep returning to that very same image, not as a description of a season, but as a state of being. A moment where things are not ending yet, but are no longer beginning either. A kind of in-between hour that stretches longer than it should. A lingering state. There are times when life feels like that. Not dark enough to surrender to, not bright enough to trust. Just suspended like a bridge. You neither stop nor rush on a bridge. You keep walking, reluctant, wondering and wondering where it might lead you. These days I find myself drawn to colors that shouldn't exist at this stage. Yellows that burn, reds that almost feel excessive, oranges that seem to insist on being seen, even as everything else hides itself away. I'm not talking about autumn as a season. Not really. It's about what happens when things appear where you least expect, where they don't belong. There's a strange honesty in that. No promises, no optimism, just the fact that something vivid can still happen even while everything else is slowly letting go. Bukowski once wrote from places that were never gentle, rooms filled with smoke, days that dragged themselves forward, lives that didn't offer redemption arcs. And still, in the middle of all that grit, he noticed small, almost embarrassing moments of beauty. Not the kind that saves your life, but the kind that reminds you you're still living it. That's the color I'm thinking about here. Not hopeful, nor symbolic. Just stubborn. The one that keeps you going. What matters most is how well you walk through the fire.
Go!
When I walk through these days, camera in hand or not, my thoughts don't arrive in neat realizations. They loop they return. They drift toward things I thought I'd already understood, just to find them unfamiliar again. Pessoa wrote that he is no longer who he was, and that even what he is today will feel colder tomorrow. I don't hear that as despair. I hear it as a mere observation, a simple acknowledgement that identity is never stable long enough to hold, just like these colors. Photography for me becomes less about capturing what's beautiful and more about staying with what's unresolved. Color against shadow, texture against emptiness, proof that even in quieter, darker stretches, the world hasn't flattened into gray. It's less about making a statement and more about trying to find answers.
I think I slowed him down quite a bit, which is, I would say, mission successful. And I got some really nice shots as well.
There's something almost defiant about that. Like getting up, having a drink, writing a line, taking a photograph. All those actions only but a step in the big hike that is life. And with each step, each photograph, each line, I wonder where that will take me, and if it really matters at all.
Look who's tired. Who's tired, Davey? Are you tired? I think you're tired.
I think I tired him out.
It interrupts the numbness for a second, and most of the times you keep doing it merely because it turned into a habit. Bukowski understood that rhythm well. Live, break, notice something small, repeat. I spend so much time searching for the next thing, trying to figure out what else there is, but sometimes I wonder if life is just this rhythm. Maybe that's what this is all about. That's what this time of the year carries. Not nostalgia, not melancholy, but permission. To exist without clarity, to admire color without attaching meaning to it, to let thoughts wander without forcing them into lessons. I always found an odd similarity between seasons and human beings. I feel like we often show our true colors when we are on our way out. A product of wisdom, perhaps, experience, or just life in general. I don't quite know why exactly it happens that way. Albert Camus once said that autumn is a second spring where every leaf is a flower. I don't interpret that as hope. I hear it as defiance, the understanding that there is beauty in change in different stages of life, a suggestion to find joy and growth in transition. Maybe that's enough for now. To keep walking, to keep looking, because time is but a string that can rip at any moment.
It's crazy because I was just here like... Thank you, dude. Go on. I was just here like a week ago, not even a week ago. It was, I don't know, like 5 days ago. and the colors here were vibrant, really awesome. But now I think most of the leaves have fallen. There's still some color, but not that much. It's really amazing how fast these seasons change here in Scotland. Everything happens so fast, and if you catch it, you're lucky. If you don't, well, try again next year, I guess. What do you want, dude? What do you want?
Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to subscribe and leave a comment down below. I would like to wish you all a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year, and I'll see you again in the next video. Until then, bye bye.